사람 소리 났는데?
Not real. You're not real.
어디서 들리는 거야?
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
구덩이?
No, just leave me alone.
Mechanicide protocols currently active. Please do not interrupt.
Mind the scene. You're liable to get scalded. Let's go!
안 죽는데? 걔 사람 죽이는 거 아니야? 뭐지? 괜히 작동시켰나?
No, just leave me alone. Get away! No, just leave me alone.
뭐야? 내가 입었어? 아닌데.
No, just leave me alone. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram. Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
상황을 말해줘.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries.
동료할래?
Maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just
소리
over in the
공유는
next section.
해라.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the
개꿀
mechanical
경험치.
engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started.
운이 좋았네.
So, as usual, I missed out.
뭐야? 아, 아이씨. 뭐야 이거 퀘스트 받으면은 또 자동 선택이 아니야? 씨.
send power to the Veil.
저 위에 어떻게 가지?
Great work.
Sanitation and cleanup required.
Where'd you go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Veil? Don't mess with us!
제레미 죽었네? 어떡하지?
Process
Incoming! We made blast. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
딱 한 번만 더 물어보고 올까? 그래, 한 번만 더 물어보고 오자. 진짜 그걸 원하는지 서로가.
Wish we had some better rations.
다시
My
한번
offer remains
물어보겠습니다.
standing should you reconsider. Go ahead. It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that. I wish you wouldn't say things like that. Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a
가족이라고?
family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do. This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town. Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Got my sights on.
My offer... Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor.
이건 말했고.
Word up to me, friend. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material, some of which possess a texture. Go ahead. Can we not? If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose. It is not easy for me. And the moment it becomes easy is the moment I am no longer fit to serve. Spacer's Choice is a family, and the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent. Let me tell you what I plan on telling the Spacer's Choice Inspector next time he lands his fancy ship here and takes a look around. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
Are you out of your mind? You just... Mr. Top, I can't. Don't take...
바이. 확인하고 싶었어. 어차피 나한텐 가짜장이 있거든. 리하이. 별거 없네. 아 근데 약하네. 있는 애들 치고는 겁나 셀 줄 알았는데 피통도 겁나 많고. 다음 얘기 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 퀘스트 하고.
No kidding. Really?
라스트
Which one?
3권이라고.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit
존경이라고.
right into your outfit. What? Couple months. I'll.
수고. 어떻게 해야 되냐 이거.
I'm listening. I am getting old, you know. These 2 lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are. My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted. A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense.
리드하고 얘기는 없나?
I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life. Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that. That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist.
화이트 초콜릿 연어?
Remember that
미치.
limited run of white chocolate saltine?
아니, 그걸 맛있다고 드신다고요?
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
아니 그래도 최고 애들레이드의 아들한테는
So I
그래도
buried my boy in the
약을
cemetery,
줄만 하진 않나?
gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
매출의 웬만한 매출을 다 담당하고요.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him. I'm li-
물어볼 필요도 없겠다. 혹시 뭐 아들 얘기해가지고 뭐 생긴 거 있으려나? 진짜 찐막. 없으면 뭐 바로 그냥 식물 쪽으로 전력 돌리고 빼돌려야지. 아 그것도 해봐야겠다. 한번 빼봐야겠다. 바로 걸리는지. 아 바로 걸리겠지? 전력이 없어지는 건데.
Wish we had some better rations.
야 아들 얘기 좀 해봐. 안 하네. 수고. 아, 이걸로 갈 필요가 없잖아. 아 맞다 전력 빼본다 그랬지. 야 팀킬 되니? 조정됐지. 아 저번에 해보지 않았나? 팀킬 안 되는 걸로 그러고 보니까. 전력 빼면 어떻게 됨? 아 이거 한 다음에 하는 거구나. 거기서 끊고. 오케이 이것만 하고 마무리하자.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
알아.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta
물어봐.
ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
그러면 의견을 말해봐.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements.
그럼 식물은?
There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place.
그래,
Fed the
얘기해봐 더.
hungry, tended the sick, gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
증오라고? 이건 뭐야? 이건 왜?
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, in Mr. Thompson's eyes, I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
응,
Sorry, I
수고.
didn't mean to babble on like that. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
자, 빠이. 엣지워터 빠이.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but
그러 가겠지 뭐.
town. All those people.
맞다. 시긴스? 걔한테 가봐야 되나? 시긴스였던가 어떤가.
What's eating you?
이 장소에서는 안 된다네. 과연 어떻게 될까요? 얼마나 난리칠까요? 빗장 걸렸다고? 내가 안 풀었었나? 했어.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence. Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go. I don't look forward to turning folk away. Camp's gotta stay pure, though. Can't have corporate loyalists mixing with us, no matter how desperate they may be. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life. Well, I have got nothing against a little good old-fashioned pragmatism. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined. You are welcome.
가면 떡락하겠네. 평판. 빠른 이동은 되네. 하이. 님들.
Hello? Are you still there?
The power's out in the whole town. Pipe down.
난리 났구만.
You want to know
Hi.
what's my mild churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
교훈 줄 것도 없잖아. 왜 전력 조절기가 필요했어?
That power regulator is company
내
property.
거야.
Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
위협 30이나 되네. 쏘리.
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some
Okay.
will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation. Whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross
Bye-bye.
incompetence.
무능력.
Got it. Heads down.
What can I do for you? Just keep your fingers to
No!
어?
I ain't dying.
걸어다녀서 그런 건가? 아씨, 어디서 또. 교훈 주려고 했다고 해볼까? 야, 너 가져 이거.
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
말하는 거 봐라. 매력은 뭐야?
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me. Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
얘는 어떻게 돼?
Just as I was on the... I know that. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable... You what? But why? I was dependent on you. Does it feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope? You really are a piece of work. I hope somebody with plague spits in your drink. So, you just here to watch me die, or what?
그냥 어떤 반응인지 그냥 궁금했습니다. 수고.
You want to know what gets my...
교훈.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
내가 해방? 좀 건방지게 할까?
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you...
똑같네.
Edgewater, space, and...
We made it. Nice work.
뭐야, 없어졌네? 레이드 어딨니? 어? 키 없는데?
Here we go.
I'm gonna put you down.
야, 네가 죽이면 어떡해? 잠깐만, 이거 못 가잖아. 전력 빠져서. 그러네. 응. 전력 빠져서 못 올라가네. 근데 뭐 먹었었더라, 위에서? 그냥 확인하는 거 끝이었나? 다음치기만 하자. 아, 뭐야, 요번엔 없네?
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense. Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please. We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. I was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me? Something.
다른 건 어딨지? 이 근처에 있나 본데? 어딨지? 좀 더 돌아다녀야 되나? 그러면 손가락 찾는 거는 내일 하고. 표시되네. 손가락은 내일. 오늘은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 짜잔.